Yes, yes, I'm absolutely talking to you. So stop right there. Do you have a habit of overextending yourself to make other people feel better? Do you find yourself carrying emotional loads that don't belong to you for everybody? Your mama, your daddy, your cousin, your brother, your friends, maybe even your coworkers? I hope you're not doing that. Do you find yourself overly censoring what you say and how you say it? Maybe you're not speaking up for yourself enough. Maybe you're sugarcoating way too often. Maybe you avoid hard conversation even when you know it's necessary for the progression of the relationship. Playing the mom friend in your friend group and mediating every single disagreement so everybody else doesn't lose their ever loving minds. You're being kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. I hate to say it. I hate to put you out there like that, but you're being kind of scary, kind of scared, and you're managing everybody's emotions because you're too afraid of what the result will be if you don't. What if they get mad at me? What if they don't like me anymore? What if they talk about me? Wrong answer. Being hyper vigilant over yourself and other people in the name of keeping the peace or what have you. Trying to control things in order to receive a response that's palatable for you is not the serve that you think it is, okay? And it's really not serving you at all. What is in my nail? I have green eyeshadow in my nail right now, and I didn't even put on green eyeshadow today. What in the world? So tell me, why do you feel you have to give everybody a binky and a bottle to calm them down? Why do you feel like you have to tiptoe around everybody to make them less reactive? Hmm? Could it be that you're just uncomfortable with the uncomfortableness of it all? Perhaps. Now, I'm sure you know that all of this starts in childhood. At least for me, it did. I literally grew up having to scan my environment for clues that I would be emotionally comfortable. So nobody would get upset with me, so I wouldn't rock the boat because I feared punishment. I feared my mom and dad being disappointed in me. I feared my parents stonewalling me. I feared losing privileges, being grounded, even losing privacy sometimes if my parents wanted to get extra strict with me. And when you grow up in environments where emotions are unpredictable, you start operating out of survival mode just to feel okay. As a kid, your parents or your caregivers or whoever, basically the people in your immediate environment, literally determined if you were going to have a good day, a good week, or even sometimes a good year. So silencing yourself, trying to keep the peace or anticipate the moods of others became the norm. I can remember being a kid, right? I was only like 6 or 7 years old, okay? I can remember my mom getting upset with me for something, and I literally felt the need to go write her a letter with an apology in it and put it on her pillow for her so that she would talk to me. I was a little kid being hyper vigilant of my mom's mood and attempting to do all the repair. I didn't understand how she felt or how she reacted to anything. It wasn't my responsibility to carry. And it wasn't for me to manage. It wasn't my responsibility to make my mom feel better, or anybody else in that house for that matter. I was the baby. I was the youngest. Okay, and I felt like I had to manage the emotions of people older than me. There's a problem with that. And in adulthood, that kind of hypervigilance turned into me wanting to avoid uncomfortable conversation, not speaking my truth, minimizing my pain, lacking boundaries, and over explaining myself. I'm sure a lot of you watching this video right now have experienced a similar pattern. You might try to control the people around you with this hyper management because deep down you believe that if someone has an unsavory reaction, you won't be safe. You won't be okay. There is a part of you that believes, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that you will receive punishment. And that's not even all the way true. And when it is true, in some cases, think about it. If you are punished as a grown adult with free will, how bad can the punishment really be? What are they going to do? Give you the silent treatment? Call you a name? Storm off in the middle of the conversation? Like, okay, so what? When you're being this mighty manager that has everybody's emotions in check, right? Are you actually being honest? Are you being authentic? Are you being real with yourself? Are you being real with everybody else? No, you are shackling yourself, handcuffing yourself to this identity that's not even you. That's not you, babe. And when we do that, not only are we robbing people from getting to know the real us, allowing them to understand our likes, our dislikes, our boundaries, our limits, our capacities, but we also kind of end up coddling people, okay? We coddle them by not allowing them to experience the uncomfortableness that they too could learn from. Because other people deserve to know what they're working with when they're dealing with us, just as much as we deserve to know what we're dealing with when we interact with them. As a person that has been actively unlearning the performing and conforming for the approval of others, life is literally so different on the other side. When you finally just let it loose. Because yes, being honest and transparent can invite some adverse reactions, right? But as long as nobody is beating me up, what's the issue? And if they did beat me up, I would call the cops. I'm grown. Nobody has the power to punish me more than I punish myself. We are not kids anymore, and I will not be bullied. Anybody that doesn't want to be my friend anymore because I set a boundary, good riddance, because I want friends that can respect my boundaries. If a family member gets upset because I told them no, they can bounce. They can be mad. They can be mad and work through their own feelings with that. It don't have nothing to do with me. I also know that it doesn't really matter what kind of response or reaction I get from someone if I really mean well, because I can still regulate myself and continue to be okay despite that. That's not gonna derail me. Choosing to not take up space in fear of the reactions of other people is always gonna keep you small. And that chips away at your identity, your emotional health, your self esteem, and your peace. We only try to exert control over things that we fear. But the gag is, the fear is still gonna be there, no matter if you're trying to control it or not, until you just face it. Face the fear. And we can tell ourselves all day long to stop managing everyone's emotion and stop jumping to the rescue, blah, 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 right? But how do we actually practice it in action? Well, the answer is actually nothing. Do nothing. Don't do anything at all. If you happen to make someone upset unintentionally, let them be upset until they want to talk about it. If someone is trying to guilt trip you, don't over-explain yourself. Let them think whatever they want to think. Just observe how non-action feels. Observe how it feels when you aren't explaining something away and putting everything you say so nicely in this perfect little box for easy consumption. See what happens. Just let your friend try to regulate her own emotions for once. See what happens. The feelings that come up and what happens in real life as a result might surprise you. How everyone else feels is literally shaped by their own personal experiences and their own thoughts, their own brain, okay? Not by every single little thing you do or say. And not having any say so over that feels uncertain. It feels unpredictable. It feels uncomfy. But being uncomfortable is a part of life. The sooner we embrace that with open arms, learn to regulate ourselves through discomfort and become our own safe space, the better off we'll be. So, if you're finally ready to hang up your emotional manager jersey and take that finger off the control button, leave me a comment. Hit that like button and also subscribe. As always, stay gorgeous, and I will see you in the next one.
I got you what you want.